What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie for Flight Sim Gaming. We are about to kick off leg number 2 on this long 73 flight journey across the globe. Halifax up to Nuuk, ladies and gents. It's not a real-world flight. Even though I believe commercial airlines are going to be flying into Nuuk this summer. I know United is going to be operating flights from Newark up there. But yes, Nuuk is one of our stops along the way. Kind of breaks, you know, splits the transatlantic crossing into a couple different legs. And we got some ATC online finally in Moncton. Sorry, in Halifax. We're not in Moncton. And we'll call them up and get things ready. I think the flight time's 2 hours, 49 minutes. And we're headed up to Flight Sim Studios Nuuk. Should be a fun one. Got GSX loading up. I don't know why it's loading up passengers. It's kind of strange that it's loading up passengers. Let me just double check things here. I guess it's a little too late. Kind of weird, but very strange. We'll kind of figure it out as time goes on. In the meantime, let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get things loaded up here. And I'll give a little ringy-ding to our controllers here in Halifax. And I think we want to go on 32.2. Get our clearance here up to Nuuk. Let me just read the ATIS here. So it looks like Kilo is current. And approach RNAV Zulu or Yankee runway 32, inform arrival of request. And landing departing runway 32. So we're going to expect 32. It's probably going to be on the Halifax 4. Not even sure who's online. Is it Moncton Center? It's Moncton Center is online. Let's call them up. Moncton Center, hello, Air Canada 540 with information. Kilo, request IFR to Nuuk.
Air Canada 540 Moncton Center, hello, clearance request number 3. Rouge 290 Moncton.
Moncton Center, Rouge 290.
Rouge 290, cleared to the Halifax Airport via the Moncton 5 departure, flight plan route, squawk 3106.
Rouge 290, cleared to Halifax by the Moncton 5, flight plan route, and squawk 3106.
Rouge 290, Rebecca is correct, push inside your discretion, call for taxi.
Call for taxi, Rouge 290.
Air Canada 2250, clearance. Air Canada 2250
Monday,
cleared
so,
you the Halifax Airport, Moncton 5 departure,
he's just getting everybody on.
Squawk 3110.
Moncton 5, 3110, Canada 250, taxi.
Air Canada 2250, are you able to runway 06 intersection, Echo departure, about 7,000 feet remaining?
Affirmative, Canada 2250.
Air Canada 2250, wind, Moncton wind 01019, gusting 29, clear for takeoff, runway 06, call me airborne.
Quick takeoff, runway 06, call you airborne, Canada 2250.
Rouge 290, ready for taxi.
Rouge 290, taxi, runway 06 via Foxtrot, hold to runway 06.
Foxtrot hold short is 06, don't need backtracking for Rouge 290, thanks.
Rouge 290, short, roger.
I think we were number 4. I guess I'll just start setting up the aircraft in the meantime here. Go ahead and flight init. Let's request that. There's our course. Canada 540 Halifax over to Nuuk.
Looking for VFR clearance to the Moncton Airport.
November 33984, where are you?
At Halifax, that's one.
Cost index is 5.
And they're asking for VFR to
Up
Moncton.
to 39,000.
Yes, if possible. I can see that the winds are high, so I don't know if you would allow me.
Bruce 290, Minter taxi, you taxi Echo to the apron. Does it taxi Echo, hold to runway 06.
Echo holding short to 06 for Rouge 290.
Terminal cargo 450, Lima airspace to the west, surveillance service terminated, change en route frequency, have a good day.
What do you got? What's the estimate? Have a good one, Terminal Cargo 450, heavy.
Air Canada 2250, airborne passing 600.
Air Canada 2250, identified, turn right direct to Halifax Airport on course, climb 11000.
So we're going to plan departing off of
Halifax
32.
1000,
Apologize, there's no nothing being said there, but we'll wait a little bit here. Halifax 4.
Air
and-
Canada 540 clearance.
Ready to copy, Air Canada 540.
Air Canada 540, cleared to the Nuuk Airport via the Halifax 4 departure, flight plan route. Depart runway 32, squawk 3107.
Clear to Nuuk via the Halifax 4 and flight plan route. Departing runway 32, squawk 3107, Air Canada 540.
Air Canada 540, readback is correct, push and start your discretion, call for taxi. Information, Lima.
We'll grab Lima and we'll push start at our discretion. We'll call ready for taxi, Air Canada 540. Lima is current, there we go.
VFR aircraft calling in Halifax,
Cleared
call
Halifax 4.
November 33984.
Don't know what the winds are saying.
November
in
33984, the Halifax weather right now.
Metar, the winds are variable at
leaving overcast
3, so I
1000.
think we're going to
Sure you're
plan.
Departing VFR.
We'll do the ILS X-ray 4 coming in, most likely.
We can get a flight plan if that.
Let's have a look and
is,
see what
like,
they got
necessary.
going on here.
We have a Garmin.
We'll take the
on board. We do have
Zulu. We'll take the
instruments
Yankee.
to help us see.
We'll do the Yankee coming in.
I mean, I can fly a VFR.
No star.
but
Insert
if
that.
we need
Beautiful.
a
Perf tab.
flight plan, I can do that too.
And departure 3-2 drive. We'll load up everything, sync everything, calculate. There's our speeds. Send that off. Nice and slow. Beautiful.
Moncton
Flaps 1
Center,
up, 0.7
West,
inch
wind
trim.
455, flight level
And
350.
Slowing 355 Moncton Center, hello.
3107. Get that guy on. Pull up the charts here. I think on Halifax 4 we are going to be climbing up to 5,000. And Lima is current, which means the winds now are 320 at 21, gusting 27. That's fantastic. 2945 is the QNH. Or the altimeter, sorry, not QNH.
Submarine 455
Fuel
identified,
pumps
level
coming
350
on.
report.
Beacon light coming on. And we don't need any push, but what was I going to do? Company message. Just go ahead and clear those. Beautiful.
For 690, are you ready for departure?
Phoenix tab, ground services.
Rouge 290 is ready for departure. Don't need backtrack.
AP bleed
Rouge
coming
290,
on.
Moncton wind 01016, gusting 29, from Echo, clear for takeoff, runway 06.
Rouge 290, check winds from Echo, clear for takeoff, runway 06. Thanks, Rouge 290.
Alright, push start at our discretion. Everything looks like it's all closed up. The beacon light is on. Let's go ahead. We're just going to start on the ground.
Air Canada 540 for taxi, contact Halifax Terminal 119.2.
19 to Air Canada 2250, good day.
Taxi will contact 19.2 for Air Canada 540. Thanks.
Air Canada 2250 negative, that's not for you.
19.2. Beautiful. 19.2 set. It's going to get busy here real quick. And there's good old engine number 1. Let's spool up engine number 2. While that engine gets loading here, let's open up Navigraph. Where is my good old trusty Navigraph? This is our departure. Runway heading. We'll get vectors to our first waypoint. Climb maintain 5,000. Winds 320-21, gusting 27. Overcast at 1,000. It's 3 degrees. Altimeter 2945. Ladies and gents. Sound like we got 2 good engines. Let's get rid of that. And who we buzzing here? Expect to add Nuuk as your first fix. Okay. NUTBY. Think we'll plug it in there. Insert that. Very cool. I don't even know where that is on the chart here. There it is. Beautiful. APU bleed coming off, master switch coming off, taxi lights coming on. Switch that guy over, flaps 1. Turn that guy on. Auto brake set to max, and we are going to trim up 0.7. And 19.2, I think we're all set up here. Contact Halifax departure.
Today, Halifax Terminal, Air Canada 2250, 11,000 with Lima, looking for the RNAV Yankee 32 RMX transmission.
Halifax approach number 33984. I have a quick question for you. Would we be able to do a VFR flight? I can see the weather's not looking good right now.
So number 33984. Yeah, not a problem, sir. We don't enforce the weather. If you want to fly VFR with the weather off, it's not a problem for us.
Halifax departure. Hello, Air Canada 540 with Lima, ready for taxi.
Air Canada 540, just double checking you received your clearance from center before I logged on?
Yeah, we've been cleared, and I just seen your DM there with our first waypoint.
Oh, that's great. Anything you do not be, that's perfect. Runway tree 2, altimeter 2945, you tax the apron Alpha. And cross runway 2 tree Kilo and hold short runway tree 2.
Alright, taxi to 32 Alpha, cross runway 23 Kilo, and we'll hold short of 32 Air Canada 540. Beautiful. Let me look at my charts here. You forgot to give me Delta.
Today, Halifax Terminal, Air Canada 2250, 11,000 with Lima, looking for the RNAV Yankee 32 RMX.
Forgot to give me Delta. So Alpha.
Air Canada
Delta.
2250 Halifax Terminal, good evening, sir. Landing runway tree 2. Information Lima's current, altimeter 2945. And proceed direct Avrix, descend 5,000 and
We're
ready.
coming off. Let's go, friends.
Pushing direct average 5,000, direct to the 2250.
Number 33984, can we get VFR clearance to the Moncton?
Alright, we're going all the way around here, friends.
Can we get VFR clearance to the Moncton Airport? Number 33984.
November 33984, just double check you filed the flight plan. I don't have you on my screen yet.
It's a VFR clearance. I was told you don't need to follow the flight plan for North America. If it's in VFR. I can follow it if you
Oh, okay, sorry, you're doing a VFR, not a problem. VFR is approved. Squawk 1201, Halifax altimeter 2945. Your winds there 340, 21 gusting 27. Taxi apron, your discretion, Delta cross runway 23 kilo, hold short runway 32.
Get it. He didn't give us Delta, but I'm assuming we're going to go Delta. Halifax departure, Canada 540. Just want to confirm, right on Delta, cross 23, then on to Kilo.
Air Canada 540, roger, affirmative.
Roger, thanks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This aircraft's rolling. It's got like no weight to it.
VFR approved.
It's rolling pretty good here.
201. Take Delta cross 23, 6 kilo, hold short 32. Number 294.
Roger.
It's Moncton Mondays, so it's going to get a little bit hairy coming in here. A couple good flights you could do coming into Moncton. If you want to fly the E-Jets, I mean, you can fly Bermuda Air. They operate service from Bermuda out here. It's always a good alternative. Obviously, anything Air Canada related. Alright, we're crossing.
Halifax Terminal reach 290, currently at 9,000, direct Lockery, looking for the RNAV Zulu for 32.
Rouge 290, Halifax Terminal, good evening, sir. Landing runway 32. Information, Lima's current, 2945. Proceed direct. Lockery, descend 6,000 when ready.
Direct Lockery down to 6,000 when ready. Information Lima, altimeter 2945 for Rouge 290, thanks.
Alright, Keel, we'll take this all the way to the end. We'll hold short of 3-2. And again, runway heading to 5,000 feet. We'll get radar vectors to Nuuk B. It'll probably be a left turn Nuuk B. Would be my guess. I think sunset's around 10 p.m. in Greenland at the moment, so we should be getting some sunlight. I didn't set the time for
Canada
lifetime.
2250, you cleared RNAV Yankee runway 32, approach AVIX transition.
Cleared RNAV Yankee 32, Arbus transition, Canada 2250.
Got an aircraft coming in. They're on a
Halifax Terminal, Roswell, runway 455, 23,000, descending to 10,000.
Sunwing 455, Halifax Terminal, good evening, sir. Landing runway 32, information Lima's current. Altimeter 2945, you can descend 8,000, and what approach would you like?
Can you repeat the helm, please?
Sunwing 455, you'll be descending 8,000, altimeter 2945, and just advise which approach you would like.
Okay, down to 8,000, altimeter 2945, I would like to RNAV Zulu runway 32.
Sunwing 455, roger, expect RNAV Zulu.
Expect RNAV Zulu runway 32, Sunwing 455, thank you.
It's nice that they ask, which approach do you want? Got an aircraft arriving on 3-2. 2 aircrafts coming in on 3-2, but we should be cleared. We don't need a lot of runway, so we'll be up relatively soon. We're lightweight. Only...
Air Canada 540, you can contact tower now 118.4, see you in a bit.
Over to tower 18-4, Canada 540. See ya.
November 33984, same to you, sir, holding short runway 32, you can contact tower 118.4.
Contact tower 118.4, home short 32.
Looks like we're fully staffed here in good old Halifax. And then what's center going to be? Center is going to be 32-2. We'll plug that and set. Halifax Tower, hello, Air Canada 540 with Lima holding short runway 32 at Kilo.
Canada 540, Halifax Tower, good day, wind 320 at 21 knots, gusting up to 27 knots, clear for takeoff runway 32, when airborne, contact Halifax Terminal 121, correction 119.2.
Clear for takeoff runway 32 and 19.2 when airborne, Air Canada 540. (19.2) when airborne. Beautiful. Get those guys on. Those guys on. Those guys on, ladies and gents. Enjoy the departure. Fully staffed. Just to confirm, 19.2. Yep. And that's departure, ladies and gents. Throttle's going up 40%. Sorry, 50%. Landing lights, get them on.
Good day, Halifax Tower, Canada 2250, RNAV Yankee 3.
And flex 68 SRS runway auto blue.
Good evening, Halifax Tower.
100 knots, neutral. And B1. And rotate.
November 33984, line up and wait runway 32.
How's the rate?
94.
You're up.
Good day, Halifax Terminal, Canada.
And over to departure. And Halifax departure at Canada 540, passing 1500, climbing for 5000.
Air Canada 540, identified on departure, maintain runway heading, climb flight level 230.
Maintain runway heading, climb flight level 230 at Canada 540. Laps up, ground spoilers down.
Rouge 290, turn left heading 130.
230.
Left heading 130, Rouge 290.
Beautiful.
Air Canada 540, turn right, not beyond course.
Turn right, not beyond course, Air Canada 540. Direct. Nut B. Execute. Start that turn. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Climbing. Beauty. Let's get that autopilot on. Bring everybody back up top. Nice beautiful departure. Very nice. Not much to see climbing out of Halifax, as you can tell. Super, super cloudy. There's 10,000 feet. So go ahead, start pitching her down. Beautiful. Wing lights coming off. Looking swell. I got rid of the Rex AccuSeason file that was in my community folder. Remember how I was saying all the trees look fall-like? Figured out that there were some files still plugged in, so got rid of those guys.
Today, Halifax terminal, Kennedy 250, published in
There we have it. 2 hours, 49 minutes up to Nuuk. We're going to be with
Air Canada
Halifax
2250.
Center for a little bit. There is no oceanic clearance on this.
Get you
this flight.
dispatches for traffic that just departed. To get you to turn left heading 280, maintain 3000 for now.
That's good, sir. Kennedy 250, 3000.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to fly this thing up. Right now we're cleared up to 23,000. We're taking it up to 39,000. I'll catch y'all on the arrival into Nuuk. Should be a good one. See you then. Peace! What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back. The second half of the video. We are on the descent into Nuuk, Greenland. We're just about passing flight level 210. We're heading down to 3,500 feet. That's where we're basically going to get fully configured for the ILS, and we are planning the ILS Yankee for runway 4. No traffic coming in, but good to see that Halifax is fully staffed. I just want to note we were flying technically, I think it was Moncton Mondays. The Vatsim event that they typically do out here in the East Coast. Highly recommended. Came on at the perfect time too because we were essentially fully staffed. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up Navigraph. Let's have a look at the approach. There's no arrival coming in here. Just pretty much the approaches that we got set up here. The wind's currently variable at 2. Visibility's pretty much clear. Scattered clouds 2400, overcast at 29. It's -4, altimeter 1017. Transalt's going to be 7,000 feet, and we are coming in Golf Hotel 041. Get ourselves configured, and that puts us at about 11 miles out from the airport. For landing mins, you got to see the second page. Got it all set up. I think we're like 250 feet or something like that. Pretty straightforward. None of this is kind of set up properly in Navigraph. I'm not sure. Actually, the airstrip is there. This is the second, I guess, runway that they got rid of, but we're not going to plan to vacate Bravo. We're going to be extending that and we'll be vacating around. It's about a 7,000 foot runway, and then we'll backtrack, I guess, runway 22. We'll take Bravo and we'll taxi somewhere up here near the passenger terminals. There's actually a stand that we're going to go to. I think it's stand 2 or something like that. That's pretty much what we got all ready to go here, and right now we've been flying for about 2 hours and 46 minutes. I want to say our airtime was 2 hours and 49 minutes, so a little bit longer to get out here. The winds were great initially. It was a nice tailwind coming up here, and then it turned into a crosswind, and then I did experience one issue with the aircraft. Pretty much once we got into, I guess, Montreal airspace, the aircraft wasn't climbing anymore. Never had an issue like this before. Probably the winds just reconfiguring. I wasn't paying attention to the winds, but more than likely that was my issue. Sometimes this plane sort of kicks off of autopilot when the winds sort of change or get a little bent out of shape, and we can see a little bit of land there. There's Greenland off to the right of our wing. From Greenland, or from Nuuk, we're going to be headed easternly towards Iceland, and I've decided that we were going to go into Keflavik, rather than a different airport. There's a couple different sceneries I wanted to check out, but to be fair, I didn't think the sceneries were worth the value, so we'll just go into Keflavik. It's pretty straightforward, and hopefully we'll get some ATC coming into European airspace. I don't think we're going to. We got nobody here online in Nuuk, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I typically have to do these videos later in the evening, local time to me, so I think right now out here, it's probably, I think Nuuk is maybe 3 hours ahead of us. So I'm not too sure, but I don't think the sun has set yet too, so actually no, I believe it has. I think sunset was at 10 p.m. or something like that. But other than that, let's go ahead and confirm the rest of the boxes all set up for the approach here. QNH 1017, -4. The wind's variable at 1, 7,000 feet of trans, 520 is the barrel. We got a couple fixes set up in the box here. 10 and 5 mile rings, as always, when flying into here. And first time flying into Nuuk. Some good flights, some new flights, actually, I should say, that you could probably do this coming summer. I know Nuuk has sort of redone their international airport to sort of bring a little bit of tourism into this part of Greenland, and I know United's going to be flying some MAX 8s into here from Newark, I believe starting in June, so we'll see what other airlines fly out here, but they are trying to get tourism out here. Definitely a cool place to fly in. I mean, if it's cheap enough, why not, you know what I mean? So I don't think Air Greenland's going to be operating any flights out of Nuuk to North America. I believe they used to, but I believe they would only fly, they operate service into Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably the only flight, I would say, that flies in and out of here. So, and I know this airport is rated for their A330s as well. I think they got the A330-800s, maybe the 900s. And they had to get this airport all kind of set up for operating those kind of flights. But the MAX 8, flying from Newark up to Nuuk, the MAX 8, that'll be a pretty epic flight too. So we are coming into Flight Sim Studios Nuuk. There's two different ones. You got Flight Sim Studios and you got M&M Simulations. Flight Sim Studios I highly recommend, just because their scenery is much better than their aircraft. I'll put it like that. So MK Studios also has some scenery out here as well. I'm not sure what airport they did. Actually, I could probably tell you. Kangerlussuaq is the other airport in Greenland that aircrafts fly into. So it's actually a really well done airport, and they've done some of the surrounding scenery as well. Kangerlussuaq, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. We've decided to opt for Nuuk. It's new scenery, trying to sort of showcase some new stuff here as we make our trip around the world. There's going to be a lot of sceneries that I'll be honest with you, I'm not countries that I really want to fly into, but the sceneries aren't that great. For example, there's some scenery, unfortunately, in Africa that we're kind of just stuck with FSDG scenery, you know what I mean? Nothing we can really do about that, but such is life. And then some of the Polynesian islands we got to fly into, we're kind of stuck with freeware, unfortunately. enough talking. We'll enjoy the visuals here. See, it's pretty cloudy out there, but we should be pretty good for the approach. It's always great flying into new destinations. That's the cabin getting all configured here. I'm going to come to the perf tab. I'm going to activate the approach phase. Beautiful. Set again, 7,000 transalt, which we're going to set QNH 1017. Just checking the METAR. Everything looks normal. Lovely. And by the way, flying out of Halifax or from Eastern Canada up to Nuuk, you don't need oceanic clearance. You're going to be in Montreal airspace pretty much up until you start crossing, just a little past, you know, crossing the Atlantic. So you don't got to worry if you're not comfortable flying, you know, oceanic airspaces. You don't have to worry because you don't need to get any oceanic clearance to come in here. And we're put out at about 25 miles from the airport. So there's 7,000 feet, QNH 1017. .017 is set. Speed brake's coming out just because we got to maintain speed. And again, going down to 3,500. Landing system. Kick that guy on. Beautiful. Cloudy out here, so not much visuals. I do think on the approach, though, the city's on the left side of the aircraft. I don't know where my green dot speed is. It's not there. If you guys are enjoying the content, ladies and gents, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. I know we're not super strong with the videos. We're kind of out of it a little bit, you know, in flight sim gaming. Been a little while since we've been doing the videos. I'm going to maintain 210. Just because I'm not seeing the green dot speed there. I don't know. It's all the way down here at 180. I don't think there's any speed restrictions on this approach. Definitely no speed restrictions. Try to get some night flights in as well. We're not gonna fly strictly daytime. We'll get in some sunsets, get in some sunrises. You know what I mean? We'll mix it up here and there. Some of that photogrammetry kind of peeking in there. We don't fly out here, so I'm not sure if some of these things got to be loaded in. About 15 miles out. And we'll arm the approach phase. Beautiful. See that glide slope coming in. I had to brief the missed approach. I guess we'll do it now. So missed approach, climb on course 042 to 2000. Then it's a left turn direct. Golf Hotel 406, right turn direct Nunba, and join holding at or above 900. There's Loke. Loke's coming in, so I'm going to go ahead. Back into managed speed mode here. Laps 1 coming out. Wish I had some better visuals. There's glide slope. That's about 10 miles out. And all these lights coming on. I guess we get this guy off. Airport's directly in front of us. It's out there somewhere. I don't know why this... There we go. Let's do that. Let's do that. Flaps 2, gear coming down. $5,900 feet is set and checked for our missed approach. Go ahead, flaps 3. Go flaps 4. Beautiful. We still got some time, about 5 miles out. There's that airport in front of us. Worry about that stutter. That's just me saving the camera view here. Beautiful, looking good. Really. 1,800 feet above. We got a slight tailwind. The winds are variable at 2. I don't think the winds are going to be a factor, so we should be able. We are gear down, 3 green flaps full. Ground spoilers are armed. All of our lights are on. Auto brake set to medium. We're approaching the 3-hour mark here, ladies and gents. For the arrival. Catch y'all on the ground. Let's get those sounds up. $1,200, I'm going to take the aircraft. I don't know why both autopilots are on. Very strange. Strange behavior. My controls. It's a nice, calm approach. We're going nice and slow, 120 knots, because we are basically an empty A320. 2 whites, 2 reds, all the way down. Yes, sir.
1,000.
Check. First time landing in here, ladies and gents. Conditions couldn't have been better. Just some default scenery out here, nothing much to see.
Hundred above.
Taking pappies all the way through.
Minima.
Continue.
500. $100. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Goes down gently. Take it. After a 3-hour flight. 80 knots, reversal stowed. Ladies and gents, welcome down to Nuuk. We'll slam on the brakes here. No need for us to go all the way down. So we'll just come off on the edge here. Get her spun all the way around. 3 hours and 1 minute. Start tripping out there on approach, man. think I want... I think take gate 2. I can't remember. Beautiful. Flaps going up, ground spoilers, disarmed.
Happened.
I don't know what the hell they were saying there. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. And I'm not making any call-outs because there is nobody out here. We don't need to worry about calls. I promise you, the only ones out here. Just like that, we are 2 legs in, and we are already in Europe, ladies and gents. The land of which Mr. Donald Trump is trying to purchase. Crazy to think the President of the United States is offering to purchase Greenland. Beautiful. Spool that APU. And again, it's a nice looking scenery. The only airline I know at the moment coming out here that's not Air Greenland is Delta. Sorry, United. United is coming out here. I forget where the fudge I'm parking, by the way. I know I said... Hold on, let me see. Are we going all the way up there? I think we are. We should probably come here. C3. I don't know if there's a C3. There's a 2C. That's the one we want. We'll take 2C instead. Beautiful. Look at that. No sense in going up to the passenger terminal. We're not a passenger flight. We are just tourists. I'm gonna keep going all the way up to the top. I'm not falling for GSX anymore. Don't worry, I'm coming. When in doubt. Parker brakes on. If you bleed is on, shut down the engines. Beautiful. Beacon light coming off. Seatbelt lights coming off. And fuel pumps. There we have it, ladies and gents. 3 hours and 1 minute. Transponders coming off. All is well. Deboarding. We'll dismiss that. And you know what? Budget. We're just going to go ahead and request deboarding. We'll just do it like this, shall we? Here we are. Beautiful Greenland. Oh, look at that shot. That's going to be nice. That's going to be nice for the thumbnail. Should we do that one? Or should we pretend to board out our cargo? Because we got all that cargo. I think we should do this one. We'll do this one for the thumbnail. I'll take a picture of that. Awesome, ladies and gents. Appreciate you guys taking the time to join me on this journey across the world. And next flight, we're headed out to Reykjavik, or sorry, Keflavik in Iceland. Should be a fun one. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace!